Happy Halloween, everyone.
It's just me and Callum today because...
Well, we don't need to talk about what happened.
Okay, yeah. It is Halloween after all. We do have a basement. If you're hearing distant screams, then it's certainly not Riz. We watched Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie.
Yeah, we just came out about an hour ago.
Now we're playing Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie.
Yeah, and I'm literally carving our pumpkin as we speak. You can hear it.
Actually, maybe that's not a good idea. But
we got the...
Oh, there's a pumpkin!
There's a pumpkin!
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
They knew people would be playing.
Summarise the film.
Oh, look, there's the cupcake.
Oh, the cupcake is in it.
Yeah, the cupcake's in it, but it's not... I don't think it's ever, one of the sentient characters.
Nothing happens on the first night.
So, spoilers, obviously.
Yeah, be careful of spoilers.
No, I'm not going to be careful. There are going to be spoilers, so if you don't want to hear it, if you haven't seen the movie yet, then you might want to watch a different video.
Get on with it. It's a guy who's clearly got some issues going on with his life. He's living with what at first seems to be his daughter, but it's not his daughter. And then
it's his sister.
He punches the shit out of this random fucking guy.
This dad, because he mistakes him for a child abductor, so he...
Yeah, and then this guy who's helping him get a job says, I've got a job for you, after just insulting him for a while.
Audience, I can hear you screaming at Loki for all the mistakes she's making already, so I'll be your voice. Loki, stop checking the light on the first night this close to the beginning of the night. You don't need to. You don't need to shut the doors. You're draining the power. There you go.
Fucking hell.
Said it on behalf of everyone.
New one. He just ripped me a freaking new one.
Check camera one. If they're all still there, all's good. And then put the camera down because you can see the little usage icons in the corner.
Jesus Christ. Oh, the power left.
Yeah. So.
Anyway. God, this is shit. Was anyone actually hoping to get a decent...
Well, I hope not.
Anyway,
get on with it.
So, I played Five Nights at Freddy's. I remember playing it with my friend, and then I hid under the table while he went to the toilet, and then I grabbed his leg when he sat down, and he screamed and kicked me. My kind of thing was always watching other YouTubers, like Markiplier and PewDiePie play it, and that was it. No, I did not get obsessed about it all.
I hear Foxy.
It's not Foxy, it's the Freddy.
No, Foxy's the one that...
the rabbit's gone.
I might be.
The rabbit's here. My kind of, engagement with it was not as high as most people, but I did, play it, and... Yeah, but I never got into the lore, did you?
So, I got into it a little bit. I was really enjoying the game, so I was playing it. I didn't watch anyone do it properly. I think I saw the Markiplier, the famous bits. But I just liked the game for how scary and simple it was. The jump scares were effective, but I was never... I've got to be honest, I'm someone who's not really interested in all the kind of ghost, all the theories behind it. It always seemed a bit to me there were lots of fan theories based on all the pictures on the walls and all the Easter eggs that are in this game. It seems like there was always a lot of fan theories, and then the game started being based on the fan theories. That's how it felt to me. It can be a good thing for the fans, it just wasn't for me.
Do I just do that until it's gone?
Mm-hmm. The protagonist makes a lot of stupid decisions, but I feel like that's just a horror film trope in general. Most horror films, the protagonists make silly decisions.
I wish they'd make more of an effort to make it somewhat believable. It's kind of
where he gives up his sister. Where they say, we want your sister, and he's immediately yes, because he's so... He wants to find out who took his brother.
Did we explain that? Basically, his brother was abducted, and he kept taking sleeping pills to,
connect with his dreams.
Revisit the dream to find out what might be. I just thought that was kind of weirdly put in there. I think, I want to say I was really engaged with him and kind of having fun up until the police officer arrived. And then she arrived, and she just seemed so obsessed with the situation.
I don't mind that once we found out what it was at the end. When we find out that she was the murderer's daughter, it kind of clicked and made a bit more sense, and then it's less an issue with the film and more just okay, she's got big problems. Early on in the film, when the police officer was introduced, there was lots of whoa, that's creepy. It's been a while since I've played this.
So that one's in the kitchen or whatever.
when Chica's in the kitchen, there's this creepy noise you can hear, or maybe when she's outside the door, there's this groaning. It's really good. It's like, put it in. There was funny little things with the film that make sense, but they're funny observations. Like at the end, the cupcake is knocked over, and it gets up. But to not have it look really silly, just rotating, the lights go out, and then when they come back up again, and then it's standing up now. That's a good way to avoid having to do something that might look more comical than scary.
Yeah.
And Matt Pat had a cameo.
I thought that was kind of funny. Like, the way he was like, it's just a furry. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's expected.
One thing I didn't understand, I always kind of, like, thought Markiplier was, like, the biggest head when it came to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I bet if we look it up, there's probably articles now talking about,
like,
he was offered it, but he was unavailable at the time or something.
Yeah, I guess that would be it. But I would be very shocked if he wasn't offered, because I always saw him as, like, the biggest...
Well, he's what the big meme is about. Was that the bite of 87?
I kind of found the film to be just, like, a very memey, like, thing.
Yay! Loki beat level 1. Well done, Loki. Go to cheer, everyone. Yay!
I thought one thing they handled well, which is something I was kind of like, I don't really know how you would make a 5-night film, because wouldn't you just not go back after the 5th night?
Yeah.
But I think him sleeping through made sense, because I'd probably just sleep through until something creepy happened.
Oh,
Foxy was out. What does that mean? I gotta do something, don't I?
You just gotta make sure you keep checking on it.
It's not a kid's film. Like, but I do think that they should have did like, because obviously kids are gonna want to watch it. I mean, oh, he's fucking halfway out, the prick.
You need to keep your eye on him a lot, else he will come. Please check 1C before camera 3, or before checking camera 2A.
Right.
Never do 2A before 3.
Why?
Because that activates the thing, and then you still can survive it if you're really quick to shut the door.
Right. I'm not quick though. I do think that they should have put like a little bit of a warning about the guy taking all the sleeping pills, because I think young people are probably going to watch this film and get the idea that you can just like eat those things without consequence, and trust me, there are consequence to like chugging them.
I mean, I think it's always good to do that. Oh.
Someone's not where they should be.
I mean, even if it's an adult film, it could be good to have a disclaimer at the start.
Personally,
but if it's a kid's film, but that's where the question lies. I kind of feel like this is a horror game. I don't know what the rating is on it. Put it on screen. But that film had like gore and violence and stuff. It definitely was not suitable for children. Yeah. I'd be kind of shocked if it's lower than a 12. I think it should probably be 15 or 18.
It was 15 plus.
The film?
Yeah.
Okay.
It said 15 plus at the start.
So yeah, definitely a disclaimer. I would say there definitely are a lot of children in this audience of Five Nights at Freddy's, like the fan base.
Oh yeah, like remember when we went to that? We went.
Oh yeah, we were at
to a sketch club, and there's a kid there that's obsessed with Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, so he was saying like. Oh god.
Why is he bothered?
Well, that's Golden Freddy. I can't remember what triggers that, but that is like, it means you're doing something really wrong.
What the fuck am I doing wrong? I've got 42 left, 3 fucking hours left, and I can't make anyone happy. Anyway, yeah, it was a fun film. I think, like, I did think the human stuff, like, generally is always boring with these things. Yeah, it's. I think I enjoyed it. I had fun, like, but I wasn't scared. Like, I actually wasn't scared at all. As horror films go, I liked it more than I generally like horror films. But only because I find them tend to be more gratuitously gory, and I don't really care for that.
Yeah, I agree. Same here.
I hear like rattling around, going around there.
That's Chica in the kitchen.
There's Chica in the kitchen. I thought the guy who was playing the main guy, he's very old in comparison to her.
Yeah.
Not old enough to be a dad.
He was meant to be like, how old was he supposed to be? He seemed about 30-ish.
Yeah, he did it
Maybe
30. The girl
30s.
was like in her, like 13, maybe 10.
Less than that.
Maybe
yeah,
10.
like 9, 10 she was supposed to be.
Yeah. Oh no! Fucking Freaker's gone.
Well done.
I'm more calm than I usually am playing horror game.
That's good. Loki's first non-screaming horror game so far.
Yeah, I thought the actor was too old to play the character that he was playing. So I saw someone complain that the animatronics were hardly in it. Nah, they were in it quite a lot. Oh, one of them's gone already. Oh,
Yeah, things are speeding up.
Yeah, for a horror film, you tend to just kind of not really see the monsters. But in this, I feel like you saw them enough that it was fine.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do some like pros and cons. So I thought that the animatronics, the puppets, however they did it, they were all done really well.
They were done very well.
Whenever they were kind of like coming to life, I think they were quite authentically creepy. They were like disturbing to look at. I really like the lighting in a lot of it as well. I imagine there was probably lots of Easter eggs that I was missing because I haven't played the fourth game.
I was trying to keep an eye out, especially when the kids' drawings were on.
Yeah, I also didn't. I didn't play the third or fourth game. The sound design was good. I think it was like interesting at the beginning only because when you go into a film, you're like fresh to it and you're anticipating what's coming and stuff. The longer it goes on, the more you have to keep the audience entertained. And so I don't think it was like massively compelling at the start. It was you know, you're kind of waiting to see the animatronics. And it was satisfying like when they started killing people and stuff. And I quite liked that they became good at a certain point.
The movements was interesting to me. I
Yeah.
liked how they moved. I was expecting them to be kind of like... I think like with these things, I generally am like, okay, they're hardly going to show it, and then there's going to be like one shot in the whole film where you can see them.
Yeah. Especially with a lot of older films, with the parts that are harder to pull off that way. Yeah, but I feel like the more the film went on, the more satisfying it was to see them kind of come to life. At the point when they started becoming friends with the girl, they were the good guys. They were no longer the antagonists. That was quite interesting because it's like, oh, the threat's completely been removed. Like they're all getting along now. Like how is it gonna go back to something for a climax?
I thought that there was gonna be like a new one being evil, like the one that the yellow rabbit. I thought that was gonna be like, and it was gonna be all of them versus Springtrap, which it kind of was at the end.
I don't even remember his name. Was it Mike? That was it.
Mike
and his sister. They got most of the animatronics on their side, so it was them against Springtrap, and then that was the point when they had won. He
was such a flippin' like flimsy, useless character. Like the way he kind of like sniffled around, going, oh, yeah, I guess I'm. He's halfway out. She's being creepy there. You're like in the bed.
Yeah, so.
Shouldn't I?
I was waiting to see if you were gonna shut it or not.
Foxy was cute. Some of the animatronics were done by Jim Henson Productions, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
You liked Foxy in particular?
Yeah, I think. Oh, I thought Freddy was very intimidating. I'd be quite scared of that. I think it would have been more scary and more relatable if the main character was played by someone much younger, like maybe someone who was
20-ish,
desperate for a part-time job. Oh, the set was really good.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was. Everything felt quite authentic.
Go away. I haven't got much power. I'm not very good at the power conserving side of things.
That starts to punish you in the later levels. Loki.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Oh, thank God you had the door shut. I didn't remember that you had the door shut at that part, so I was thinking that was it. I was just waiting for it.
It's still there, and I've got like 17% of power left.
That's the thing. I think this game, as simple as it is, to me this is the scariest one. And
really?
Yeah, it's very simple in its concept, but it's quite effective. I think with all the complications and the lore, I was just never personally very into that. That wasn't as interesting to me.
My understanding is that Foxy's animatronic accidentally bit and killed someone, and then the animatronic was guilty.
I think that was like the original idea.
Yeah, and then I
That's-
guess the fan base kind of took it over.
I think so. It's already 5 a.m. You'll make it. There's once the light.
I guess Loki
boy.
does scream.
We're in there now.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
our eye.
Yes.
All right, guys. My turn.
Callum's gonna finish the game. Why not?
Hey
It
Siri.
says, why not in Markiplier? Why not North
Markiplier,
Korea?
why not in my movie with Bear?
Why not in FNAF?
It's 12 a.m. It's Halloween.
Oh, it was just scheduling conflicts.
Oh,
and
that's
he's
what I
doing
thought it would be.
He's doing his own movie, Iron Lung.
Iron Lung. Oh my god. Oh god, Freddy's
It's a
already
shame
gone.
that he
No,
didn't play it.
Chica's gone. Like Loki pointed out to me, she leaned over and whispered, like, wouldn't it suck if you were the ghost that had to become a f***ing cupcake?
Yeah, imagine like dying. I think it was just kind of weird. It's like at the end, it was like suddenly she's interacting and acting normal with other kids again. It's like, why was she suddenly normal? I don't get it.
Because she knew that the aunt was trying to take her. By that point, over halfway through the film, she found documents that were saying about, like, you know,
But why
changing
would
custody.
she make
So she
that?
knows that she said at one point she was saying, like, I've made a mess, and she didn't just mean physically. She meant like she's making the situation hard for her brother. She realised that. So
I
now
did
she's trying to
not get
fit
that
in.
from that the kid had made a connection. Oh, you've broken it. What does
If I
that
put
mean?
the camera up and then back down, it means we're gonna get jump scared if the
Oh, so
lights
you
don't come
fucked
back on
up.
again.
So I
Maybe.
managed to get most way through the night. It was you who fucked up on this
Well,
one.
we'll find out.
Oh dear.
I can't put the camera up because I could.
I think it's just gonna come through anyway.
Could you imagine if I just like sat here not checking the cameras and made it until 6 a.m.?
You're gonna die.
We'll see.
Oh, also,
At some
what
point,
was it?
Foxy's gonna get us because I'm not able to
check the
check the
thing.
camera.
That sucks.
But it's amazing how long Chica has been here at the door, and we haven't.
Maybe she's
died yet.
shy. I think when you just look at it as a goofy film to go and watch, just because you have some like fun memories of playing this game, then you're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah.
But I think if you go expecting to find like this amazingly written,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, I think it's a difficult task to take on in the first place because it is a lot of it is
I thought
silly
they
in
did
concept.
well for what it is.
Yeah.
Because there's no way a normal person would like come back to a job like that.
Yeah, and they made it feel kind of more understandable. He's a convict who's not able to get any other jobs. He's going to lose custody of his niece. There was a bit of paper on the door near the start of the film, like he was having a rough day. He came back and there was that trope of like, oh, I'm going to be evicted. I think. I'm not sure if that was what that was or not. I don't know if I just
It's a bit
missed that
unclear,
part.
yeah. Some of the shots
I'm
were
pretty
nice.
sure Foxy is supposed to like bust in if you don't check the camera for a certain amount of time.
It'd be cool
and
if you made it for the whole night.
I'm shocked at how far I've made it. I'm thinking with 40.
Oh,
Oops.
check all the cameras.
They can pull the screen down at any point to do the jump scare. So
Check.
listen.
That's horrible.
No.
Okay, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You need to check all the
No.
cameras.
I mean
Ah, Callum! What do you rate the film?
I would give it. I would say if you like Five Nights at Freddy's and after the trailer you think you're gonna like it, I would give it a 7 out of 10. That was my stance
That's
on it.
quite high.
It's because it wasn't. I had a good time. I would be fine watching it again next year.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I would be bothered.
It was entertaining enough. I think the thing is, there's very few horror films where the story is like what's compelling me most. Because there's also that element of the mystery being solved already. Like, so you go into it knowing what's going to happen,
I just don't
which is
think
fine.
I didn't think it was compelling enough to warrant that.
But I think for me, most horror films aren't. And with that one, at least you got really cool imagery with it,
That's
which is
true.
what I liked.
The
from it.
animatronics were very impressive. They were
Yeah.
very intimidating. I think the only way you could really make it better is to kind of get rid of some of the human aspects of it. I think even more quiet shots of just having the thing. You could even make the film shorter. So
Yeah.
if you
It
wanted
didn't
to,
feel too long though.
it didn't feel too long. but I think it's quite hard to make a story that is as honouring of the original game as possible, with it being the length it was. I know we our videos tend not to get so many comments, but if you're watching this and you're like, you guys are wrong, feel free to comment.
Oh, absolutely.
And tell us what we're missing here, because I'm not massively into the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's. I just kind of enjoy it.
There probably are things that we've missed or things we've gotten wrong. Yay!
And that is barely a wall of text.
Callum won. Happy Halloween, oh god, we'll end it on that. A nice cuddly
You sounded like Stu Giffen. Oh god. Ooh.
Shit. Goodbye. Callum.